College for the Furness branch of Federation of Small Businesses Question Time evening, our inaugural Question Time evening.
The government and opposition parties have said that £50 billion spent on HS2 will be good for the economy of the North. So does the panel agree, or would they rather see infrastructure expenditure go ahead instead?
We cannot have investment in a new north-south faster rail line if it then blocks out the investment in transport infrastructure that we desperately need here in Furness and right across the north.
This is almost a political decision which people feel that they have to defend, and it could be highly damaging to infrastructure projects that we desperately need in the north.
We absolutely must ensure that the government understands the opportunity on the Furness Peninsula and the risk that it would be putting this way if it didn't ensure that we get electrification and we're able to take benefit from that major infrastructure project.
What does the panel think should be done to get young people into work, and at the other end address the severe skill shortages that are in the manufacturing industry, if nothing else?
One idea I thought of, potentially controversial, is maybe there's an opportunity to reduce the fees for people that are doing sort of science and engineering based degrees, rather than, because at the end of the day those are the skills that we need.
We are sitting in one of the greatest assets that we have as an area to ensure that we can give our young people the skills that they need to succeed. This incredible new £40 million building, which I know I am deeply proud of the role of the last government in making happen, and what everyone has done to create this, is an enormous asset for our area.
Does the panel believe that there should be a legal requirement, as is in the case in the USA, for a percentage of the public sector procurement to be spent with local SMEs?
Yes, I believe that if we could bring in a law, provided we didn't run into trouble with people saying, oh, this is unfair, you know, you're not allowing us to bid for things and things like that, then yeah, I would do that, I would support that.
Well, I think public sector money is not used effectively is where it essentially, and I know it has to happen sometimes, it goes abroad and actually helps other countries' workers to get jobs and other countries to generate wealth. I think there needs to be a more active approach about how we use taxpayers' money to benefit taxpayers through growth in jobs and wealth in this country.
If the panel had £20 million to spend on infrastructure in the local area, how would they like to see it spent?
My first one is improving the access to South Ulverston. And so from a Cumbria LEP perspective, that has to be absolutely one of the key initiatives around infrastructure for us.
I know we've got, sort of technically speaking, we've got high-speed internet in Ulverston, but I have to tell you that where I live hasn't arrived there, and I live just on the outskirts of Ulverston, so we need to make sure that it's more, everybody's got it.
My 20 million would be spent obviously on the marina, because that's going to make such a major change to this borough and the people in it.
I think we should all put our hands together and say thank you very much.
This is our inaugural Question Time event. We want to make this an annual event, and I think everything that's happened tonight has absolutely convinced me that that's the right thing to do.
The private sector, the small businesses, etc., is just so important to our area, and the fact that they have access to local MP and so on is really important.
It's an opportunity to see people of that calibre on a panel facing small business owners.
If you're thinking positively, and Cumbria has got a lot to be positive about, I think that's reflected in the performance, and tonight it was a good meeting, very positive, good for Cumbria, and I'll certainly be coming to the next one.